What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be discussing the 5 top books that changed my life, whether it's business, relationships, manifestation. I have been a huge book reader since I was 17. I picked up my first book, and the ones that really impacted my life was actually, which I'll get into it, Think and Grow Rich. I was a personal trainer, so I cared a lot about my fitness, my mindset, especially when competing. I needed to be on my A game. So naturally, I kind of fell into the world of personal development. So I want to share with you guys the top 5 that changed my life, because I've read so many books. I mean, over 100 at this point. I can definitely say that these left a mark on my life, and I would like for them to make a mark on your life too. So let's get into it. And if you're new here, we talk all about manifestation, Amazon FBA, which is the business that I do, and just other tips and tricks, things about my life. So make sure to subscribe to my channel below, and let's talk about the reads. So let's start obviously with the book that changed my life, which is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Like I mentioned, I came across this at a very young age, and I have to say that the first time I read it, I don't think I got a grasp of exactly what they were trying to say to me. I think it impacted me to some extent, but at the level that I was at, because when I read it again when I was 23 and 25, it hit me completely different. I sat there, I'm like, is this a new book, right? It's not. It's the same book with different life experience. I believe that Think and Grow Rich, the overall meaning or what it's trying to say is that in order to get riches, it's essentially in the title, you need to think it into existence. And it's not like you can just say, oh, well, I want that, and then it'll pop up. It actually talks about the certain strategies that some of the biggest millionaires and billionaires use in order to get inspiration for their ideas and get that creative energy, different techniques that you can use in your life in order to grow abundance. And it does not matter the background that you came from, because I grew up very, very broke. I didn't have much money, and I read this book and it helped me out a tremendous amount. It changed my entire life, my way of thinking. I assumed that just because I was born into a poor family that I needed to stay there, and that's not true at all. So I definitely recommend this one to start off with. It can be, a little bit complicated to understand at first. So if you are completely new to manifestation, maybe this isn't the right one. You do need to kind of prep yourself. I think a lot of people sometimes don't truly believe that they can have anything that they want. So here's some other books that you can of course start with too. This one is for my girlies out there who are maybe inside their heads too much. This book is by Jen Sincero, and it is You Are a Badass at Making Money. She actually has multiple You Are a Badass books, but this one is specifically the mindset that you need in order to create wealth, to create that money mindset. So she goes over the different kinds of mindsets that you need to have. Like, for instance, I'm opening this book and it's like, she's saying, so she talks about the different words to watch the way that you say things. She talks about different mantras that you can use. She talks about her current experience on her journey to making money. And she talks about, I love the fact that she kind of goes through her different stories in life to kind of give you inspiration so that you can relate to it. And she tells you how to be a badass and to really believe in yourself, which I believe is the biggest thing, belief. A lot of people are stuck in that mindset of, I can't, no, I can never do something like that. And it has nothing to do with your outer reality. It has everything to do with your mindset. So if you change your mind, you change your life. So this was a book that came into my life exactly when I needed it. I was so in my head sometimes, and I sat there and I was like, you know what? I am a badass. I just really need to start embodying it. So great read. USquared. This book is a very fast read. It's not really that many pages. It was recommended to me by my mentor, Bob Proctor. Rest in peace. He was such an amazing mentor. I took his program and he showed me this quick read that can instantly change your life. And what this book is about is people assume that in order to get from point A to point B, it's gonna take 2-3 years. When in reality, it's not linear, or growth is not linear, it is exponential. And if you can believe that on a quantum level, that you can instantly tap into a higher version of you, and just by tapping into that higher version of you, you will get totally different results. If you can just believe that, it will happen. So to start really believing that it won't take such a long time in order to get to your goal, but results can happen instantly. This book I am actually currently reading. I read it when I was about 19 and I got no message out of it. I think I might have even stopped because I really don't remember anything from it. So that just goes to show how much you can grow in a matter of years. And I also strongly recommend, do not just read books, understand books. There is a huge difference, trust me. So many people read books and after they finish reading it, they applied nothing to their life. So if you don't actually apply it, then you did not understand. So this book is called Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. It is right up there with Think and Grow Rich. It talks about all the different manifestation methods that you can apply to your life in order to start feeling better now, reach a different frequency so you can attract better. Lessons in the book is on the cover, Ask and It Is Given. It is right in the title. When you ask for that Lamborghini, when you ask for a happy family, when you ask for whatever it is that you want, it is given to you instantaneously. And that may be hard for you guys to believe because you don't receive it instantaneously. And the reason why you don't receive it instantaneously is because there is resistance. When you ask, it is given. The only reason why you don't automatically get it is because of the resistance that there is. Now, the amount of time that it takes in order for you to get it tells you how much resistance you're holding towards it. Let's say it takes you a week to get it, and then you're like, okay, well, it looks like I don't have that much resistance. Usually what I like to do is start with small things, especially if you're new to manifestation and you need to reprogram your mind to really believe it. You can't just say, oh, I want a Lamborghini tomorrow after you've never tried any of the techniques. You have to go slow. Hey, I want to manifest a pen, a certain kind of pen, a certain kind of rug, a certain kind of person. And then you slowly go up and you realize just how easy it is to manifest things into your life once you start allowing, because resistance is the opposite of allowing. Once you start allowing things to come into your life. So the asking is your job. The giving is the universe's job. So this is great. It goes over 22 different techniques that you can use in order to manifest. One of my favorite is getting a box, a really cool box. I actually made a nice designed box. I'll actually show it to you guys. So I got this box and basically you put on there everything that is in this box is reality. And I put some of my favorite things in here that I really want to manifest. So instead of having a vision board, it's kind of like you get a box, a magic box, and you put in everything that you want to experience. You'll see what you start experiencing as soon as you start putting it in this box. It really is crazy. There's virtual reality, there's meditation, there's different ones depending on the state that you're in. So I can't do this when I'm in a bad mood. Do not put stuff into your magic box when you're in a bad mood because you're gonna bring it in. I can only use the box method when I'm at a high state of vibration. And she also goes over the states of vibration and what different techniques to use for it. Because I think a lot of people use a certain technique, but they're not in the right vibration, and that's why it doesn't work. So Ask and It Is Given is truly one of my favorite books. I highly recommend that anyone reads it because it will help you in business, in your relationships, in your health, and so much more. So Esther and Jerry, I am a huge fan of the Abraham Hicks. I've gone to her seminar and I just learned a lot. It teaches you all about vibration as well, so that will help with your journey. This is a book that I read just recently over the summer. The Untethered Soul, such a beautiful read. It teaches you who are you really, right? And I'll read the back because it's just so amazing. It says, what would it be like to be free from limitations and soar beyond your boundaries? What can you do each day to find this kind of inner peace and freedom? The Untethered Soul, now a New York Times bestseller, offers a simple, profoundly intuitive answer to these questions. So I'll just leave it there. So basically what this does is it teaches you how to have inner peace, which I don't know how many people you know have that, but I know at a certain point I didn't. I did for a while, but certain phases of your life require a lot of you, and I was at that point where I was building a multiple six-figure business, and I felt like I started becoming my thoughts. So this really teaches you how to find who you are and separate yourself from your thoughts, because you are not your thoughts. People get it so confused. They become so unconscious and they just wake up in the morning and they just have these thoughts and they're clustered with it, and they're not even conscious enough to think, I am not these thoughts. These are not me. I am me, and here's this other voice. So it teaches you how to come to peace with that like kind of roommate in your head, and this helped me so much. I also took a lot of things personal. Let me just be honest. I took a lot of things personal, and it made me realize that you can't control every single situation too. So it teaches you how to be at peace regardless of what is on the outside as well. So great read for those of you who need peace of mind. I think everyone needs it, and we don't know how to solve it. We assume that just ignoring things will solve it, or we just push it down. Pushing it down just creates a bigger ball of energy versus finding ways to actually cope with it. So that is one of the last top 5 books that I have read in my lifetime. And of course there is more. Maybe I'll make another YouTube video on it. But for now, these are my absolute favorite. I hope that you guys go ahead and read it. I do have an Amazon storefront. I'll link it below so you guys can check these out on Amazon and get to reading, get to changing your life in business, mindset, personal development, all that good stuff that you deserve. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video of me giving you guys some of the insider tips of what helped me manifest my life. So if you like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, comment below if you've read any of these books or if you're gonna get any of these books, and I'll see you guys in the next YouTube videos. Bye for now.